Yeah, I'm Declan, but I go by Goldi Chops or Goldi.
Nice.
Sometimes it's easier.
Yeah.
I don't know. My name's weird. So I've been playing music since I was 3, and I am 18 now, so that is 15 years I've been playing, and then I've been producing since I was in the 7th grade, so I was like, what, 12? So that's 6 years.
Yeah.
Well, it started with me just listening to jazz, and then I would listen to like Tribe Called Quest or Wu-Tang, and I'd be like, whoa, those samples sound familiar, and then I go back and find it be like, they were sampling jazz records I'd already listened to and already enjoyed, so...
We'll say 5 artists and 5 albums that you're influenced by, just off the top of your head.
Okay, so for 5 artists, I'm gonna say John Coltrane, and then his predecessor, Ned Spend. And then, no, I'm just kidding. And then I really like Osama Sun. I like Benji Bluebills right now. World Tour Mafia. I guess that's 5, but I'm gonna keep on going if that's cool.
Yeah.
And then also Jay Dilla's always been that. And then JD Beck and Domi, who are like blending jazz with Square Pusher and Aphex Twin. And also I've been listening to this band, Deerhoof. I also love, like, what do they call it? Slaughter Beach Dog. And I love Madison Cunningham. I've been listening to a lot of her and Remy Wolf, actually, which is like my guilty pleasure, but she makes the best pop music. What I love about it is that it's my favorite vice in the entire world. Nothing can get me out of my head or out of my body more than playing or making music can. And I think that it gives me, like we were talking about, full creative leeway. And having that kind of ability to do what I please and have my own input on something creatively is a gift, especially with the music I'm playing. I know lots of classical musicians who struggle with that because there's only so much creative interpretation that can be done with notes on a page. But for me, it's like I'm only practicing ideas, and I'm practicing how to capture a sound, and I'm practicing how to get a good tone. I'm not practicing how do I play the notes on the sheet. I'm just thinking about how am I going to represent who I am and represent what I'm listening to in, an 8-bar drum solo, or in a beat, or in a SoundCloud rap song I'm making, or in a punk song I'm making. Like, it's all just about trying to be genuine. Nobody actually likes that because that's not visually stimulating. And I've had to, like, how do you balance being genuine and having a strong artistic identity with also marketing? Marketing is like the antithesis to what I want to do. I don't want to post my song a million times and be like, please get this to 35 streams. If we could get this to 35 streams in the next 2 days, I'd be so hyped. Like, bro, that is so embarrassing. But at the same time, how else do you get an emotion? But as an independent artist, I don't have the facility to be like, I'm only printing vinyl from here on out. That's ridiculous. And no one would buy it. So I would be wasting so much money trying to put, effort into individual records or CDs or, God forbid, cassettes. There's no place for that either. And I think musicians are struggling right now trying to figure out how are we going to beat that? How are we going to make our work as individual and as personalized as other artists can? The struggle of being an independent musician is what I was talking about, is trying to reach a larger audience and trying to figure out how to maintain that, especially when there are people out there who have it so easily. Like, I don't actually have any connections in some capacity. I know people, but until that point, all I can rely on is the algorithm, and it's so unreliable, and the algorithm really wants to promote, like I said, visually stimulating content. No social media is just going to promote a video of a song, because that is not enough. There's not enough information, and the way we have it is information's inflating. Like, that's why TikTok is half Subway Surfers gameplay, half videos of House, half videos of Family Guy, half whatever, Like, it's because you need as much information as you possibly can to get people invested or to give people what they're looking for, because everything is at our fingertips right now. And so people are, including me, I struggle just to sit back and listen to a whole album. I still do because it's essential to what I'm doing. But, there's not, like, the hardest struggle is just being at the right place at the right time to see things, to see ends being met. It sounds so dumb, but I would tell my past self, if I just had 5 seconds to go and find 7th grade Declan, who just got his first, Ableton and got his first little MIDI controller and was making, trap beats that were so bad, I would just tell him, practice and listen. Like, listening and practicing are the two things every musician must be focusing on 100% of the time. Even if they don't want to admit it, or even if they think they're not, that's what everyone is doing. Because I'm out here, now every day I try and find something I haven't heard before, and I try and listen to that, and I try and analyze what I like about it. Then after I find what I like about it, the next thing I do is practice putting that into shape, and actually creating something out of these ideas that I've accumulated through listening. So, I have nothing else to do in my entire life. The only thing I have to give, and I've kind of decided this in recent years, maybe in the past couple months, with especially going to college and trying to figure out that, is that I'm going to be subservient to music. And I'm going to always be a musician first, and always make music first, and never give that up, and never worry about anything else. And I know that it's going to stick. Let's go.
Alright, you got anything else you want to say to the camera before I...
Yeah, I would say everyone go check out my music. It's G0LD1CH0P5. Goldi Chop spelled in elite spelling, you know what I mean? And Dylan and Declan is just spelled exactly how you think it is. My name's spelled Declan, and Days is just Daes. We got albums out for all those groups. And if you want to help the struggling artist, which is what this whole documentary is about, maybe take the first step. Be the change you want to see in the world, and listen to my music.
Oh,
Let's go.
Nah,